Wonderful. Thank you so much. Trying to, lovely. You're all coming back in. I'm going to try again to get your, okay, do chat on there. Perfect. Okay, so welcome again. I'm going to see if I can share the screen again. See if it will work this time. Okay, right, seems to be there. So let's share. Okay, it's a good start. It's there. 100%. Hallelujah. Welcome back. Goodness me, this is the life of entrepreneurialism. Things go wrong all the time, and you just have to just roll with it. So apologies about that. We're here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're finally going to get the training on, and thank you for your patience, as tech is just annoying. It's just life. So we're here, we're done, and thank you for your patience. So as you know, we're here to look at creating marketing videos in minutes from your phone. In a minute, I'm going to tell you why that is really important. But firstly, I want to introduce yourself to me, because many of you don't know me. Many of you have just come across me from the ads. So I'm just going to explain to you a little bit about who I am, and so that you can be familiarizing yourself with me and just feel welcome. Okay, it's not a strange environment. We're very friendly here. So I'm Natasha Arumbi, and I am the CEO at No Cakes Are Better. And you might hear the name and think, No Cakes Are Better, why is she running a video marketing course? All will be revealed. But long and short of it is, I recognize that you cannot have an effective business if you do not market successfully. So I learned that the hard way after having 10 years in the business with no profit. So those 10 years, I didn't actually realize I wasn't making any profit, because you think if you're busy and you're working and money comes in, you automatically presume you've got money. So if you can relate to that, you know, put me something in the comments to say, yes, I can relate, Tasha, I understand, I hear you, and I'll quickly check over and see my comments there. Make sure you note that your comments are to all panelists and the attendees. Yes, we can see Grace hears me, and I'm sure many of you as entrepreneurs have experienced really similar experiences with money coming on, you know, money coming in, but not really any profit. So at 10 years, I was ready to quit. I'd had enough, and I decided, do you know what? I'm not making any more cake. And I came across a lady called Kubi Springer, who many of you may have heard of, and she gave me a real kind of energy boost and said, you know what, you need to try again. Be your brand, be yourself, and expand your business. It was an alien concept to me, and I did eventually stumble into Raymonda, who's actually here on the call from Women in Business Club. And Raymonda took the seed that had been planted by Kubi and gave me the practical steps that I needed to start pushing. And it has been really kind of, the rest is history. It's been a whirlwind since last June when I met Raymonda in Women in Business Club. If you're not following her on Instagram, at Women in Business Club is a really amazing community. The reason why I'm here today is because of what I've learned in that community. So thank you very much to Raymonda. And she is in the rooms. If you want to say hi, introduce yourself, network, follow her on Instagram, feel free. But in that year, because of what I learned about marketing and being present and being in front of the audience, I was able to successfully become an author twice. I became a podcaster, a blogger. I grew my Instagram from 400, I think when I met Raymonda it was 600, to 7,000 in 8 months, okay? And my income tripled. I say in 1 year, but it was in less than a year, because it started from June. By the end of the year, I had tripled what I would normally have made from my cake income based on the action that I took. So, you know, I'm really excited to share with you what I've learned about video marketing, because it is through video marketing primarily that this attraction of business and injection of business came my way. So if that excites you, if you are excited by the sound of tripling your income, can I see in the comments? Let me see who wants to make more money while I have a drink of water. Who is excited by tripling their income? Yes, Grace is excited. Tiffany's raising her hand. You can do any actions, raise your hand, write it in the comments. Super excited. This is no word of a lie, guys. I'm very cautious. I'm a Christian. I don't tell lies, and I tell it like it is. So if it wasn't true, I wouldn't say it. And it got me so excited that I started the NCRB Academy. I'm glad to see you guys are excited, because I'm excited for you. This is the beginning of your dreams. And my goal, as you can see there, it's what I'm driven by now, to make 500 businesses, help 500 businesses do the same for them. So that's my objective, okay? So all of you in this room have the capability if you take action. What I don't want you to do is come to this webinar and listen and not do anything with it, because that is the reason why I'm here. I learned from Raymonda. She told me what to do. I did it. I'm seeing the results. So today you're going to learn a lot, and I would love you to have these results for yourself. So if you want to follow me on Instagram, if you're not already, No Cakes Are Better, but the place that I do all the training for the business is at ncrb.academy, and I'm also on Facebook at No Cakes Are Better UK. There is a Facebook group for the ncrb.academy, but that is exclusively the members area. So if you want to become a member and get exclusive access to training and support, please check that out after. So before we go further, let's check you're in the right place, okay? So this is what we're going to be touching on. Why video marketing? We're going to be understanding what the importance of video marketing is, and we're going to understand how the target audience and branding link to video marketing, because you can't just make a video. Let's just get that clear. You can't just, oh, I've got an app now, let me just make a video. If it doesn't link with your branding and your target audience, it won't work. So that's really important. I'm going to talk to you about the setup, how I set myself up. I'm going to show you the apps that I use and demonstrate them, and then there's going to be an opportunity for questions and how you can find out more. So I would say I'm going to estimate it's going to be about a 60-minute session. If you have to leave, don't worry, you will have the replay available to you. So don't worry if you have to leave. If you can stay to the end, obviously that's best if you're live, because then you can ask questions. But if you do have to leave, you will get the recording as this is a paid webinar. So why video marketing? So let's look today at the stats. So this is a recent statistic that has been taken from Wiseall State of Video Marketing. If you Google yourself why video marketing, you'll see statistic after statistic from place after place that is confirming this fact. The figures vary slightly, but it's no less than 80% of marketers are reaffirming that video is an important part of their marketing strategy. It's grown from 78% in 2015. So you can see it's on an upward trajectory. Like, video marketing is getting to be the thing. If you guys don't get on it, it's fine, but you're going to delay your growth, because video marketing is the way forward. If you are doing video marketing successfully, you will see a return on your investment, and ROI is what return on investment starts from. And it has jumped from only 33% believing that you see return on your investment to 88%. That's a huge amount. So if you spend £50 and you're going to see £100, and 88% of people are saying when you put video marketing, you invest into video marketing, you're going to see a return on your investment. That's worth doing. I'm proof that it works. I started using videos in around June. That is when everything blew up, 100%. You may have noticed it if you've ever posted videos on your Instagram, the amount of reach is way more than your normal photos. If you've noticed that, can I see you say yes in the comments? Who's ever posted a video? If you've seen growth in the comments, can I hear you say yes, I have seen growth and bigger views on your videos? Okay, because that is what I noticed. And that is where I can see you all saying yes. That is where it's at if you want to extend your reach. So the reason why I can't leave target audience and branding out is because I spend a lot of time on this. Faith will laugh at me, but every time I talk about niche and knowing who you're targeting is key before you start making videos. Because what you put in the video will have to appeal to your target audience if it's going to work. Okay, that's where everything changed for me, because I didn't realize at first that that's what was happening, but now I've analyzed it. My content steer moved to a target audience. That's when the magic happened. So you need to understand that. And if you're not quite sure what your target audience is or your niche, and you think it's just everybody that needs coaching, everybody that wears makeup, everybody that needs a cake, you're mistaken and you're not going to be able to do this effectively. So after this live, get in touch with me and I'll show you what that looks like. But it's important that you understand that you have to link your target audience and your branding to your video before you start. So your branding is not just your colors, your skin, but it's the whole feel, the whole vibe. How does your video, how do you want your video to make people feel? What experience are you trying to create? How is your video going to do that? How can you personalize it to represent your brand? You'll see afterwards why I've actually had to talk about Canva, because if it wasn't necessary, you could just run the video, use Magisto, which is a primary tool, and just say, yep, done. But if you don't brand it and make it yours, you're going to miss a trick and it's not going to work. So they all go hand in hand. So again, we've got information and support on to teach you how to brand effectively. It is not color scheme and font, okay? Let me just make that as a precursor. So if you're ready to learn what we use in video marketing, let me see in the comments. Say, yes, I'm ready, Tasha. Yes, Raymonda is ready. Who else is ready? Now we've got over the kind of the theory that, you know, we are going to the myths now. We are going to the myths, okay? So I'm excited. Jenny's ready. Faye's ready. Let's go. Okay, so this is my setup. I do not own a camera. I did own a camera. I gave the camera away. We were debating about this. I don't feel there's a need for a camera. Your phone does everything you want to do. When you want a photo shoot, you can do photo shoot with camera, but for this, you need your mobile phone only. That's my personal view. It works much better. This device here is called an Archon mount. If you are doing anything with your hands, like making cake, doing makeup tutorials, anything with your hands where you're videoing, this kind of stand is perfect because you can angle it anyway. If you're not doing that and you just need you just need a tripod, but this particular one is called an Archon mount, and you will get, when I send the replay, you'll get the links to where you can get this from, and you do need lighting, okay? So those are the only two techie stuff that you need in terms of to buy. I'm going to show you what I used to use before I had it. This is the example. Look at the Ghetto Fabulous, but it worked. When I didn't have a video stand, I was using things like this. Tie the phone to the water bottle, put coat hook and chairs. It worked. Hello, whether the world is away, baby. Yes, Jenny. I had to do it. Like, really, I didn't know about these stands before. So if you haven't got a stand, please don't tell me you're not going to do videos, because I do have this stand. Make it work. Make it work, okay? You really have to learn to invest in your business. I'm not telling you to be cheap. I'd rather you use this because this is better. But where there's a will, there's a way, baby. This works. So I used to stand my things. It's Ghetto Fabulous for real. So I told you I'd show you. That's how it works. I got it done. When I first started using my videos, do you think anybody knew that? No, they just saw videos, and it was what grew my business. So they didn't know I have graduated, as you can see, but please don't let lack of equipment prevent you from moving. At that point, I also didn't have lighting either. I just did it in a very well lit room. And, you know, that is simply a way of moving forward without, you know, being inhibited by barriers. If you're an entrepreneur, you're going to have to really get used to barriers. So we're going to be talking about Magisto. Who has downloaded Magisto? Who got the freebie, watched it, and has already downloaded the apps? Let me see you. Have you already downloaded? Yes, 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 yes. Good. Hallelujah. That means after this presentation, your homework is you're going to make one in 5 minutes and you're going to send it to me afterwards, okay? You've got all of you on my website. My number is there. You WhatsApp me that video because that's the only way you're going to send it long. Few photos. You're going to learn how to do it. You're going to create a video in 5 minutes by the end of this presentation. So this is Magisto, the video editor. So what I've done, guys, just so that you understand, is I've screen recorded prior. I don't know who was on my last webinar, but I realized screen share didn't like screen sharing while I was doing something live. So, and again, also because it was on my phone, the best way was to screen capture my phone and then upload it. So there are some parts of the rest of the presentation that are pre-recorded voiceovers, and I will interject and use my mouse. Can you see my mouse when I put it on the screen like that? If you can see my mouse, can you raise your hand and let me see you in the comment? You can. Wonderful, because I'm going to need to point to things as we go through. Okay, so this is the Magisto interface. When you go in, automatically you're taken into your photo gallery. Can you see where it says all media there? All media is where the options are, where you can choose where you get your photos from, whether it's from Google Photos, Google Drive, recent photos that you've used before, or iStock. Because I've got the paid version, I can get access to iStock. This is a lifesaver, guys. Please don't be afraid of spending money. I was using, before I learned how to do this, I was paying like $30, $40 per video to get them made. Now I know how easy it was. And when I saw the quality of the videos, I was like, ah, I just paid $40 for this. And now I know I can do even better ones, like for my money. I make videos like 3 or 4 times a week. That's the generation of videos that you need. So what I pay my monthly subscription, which I think is, it's $50 or something like that, is a massive. Can you imagine if I'm making 4 or 5 videos a week and I was spending $50 a week? I'll be, can you imagine that's $250 a week, $1,000 a month I would have been spending on making videos. I think $50 a month is a bargain, don't you? So if you're serious about your business, let me see you in the comments. Let me say I am serious, Tasha, in the comments, because there's some people who are entrepreneurs, but they're not kind of ready to invest. If you're serious about your business and you want to take it to the next level, good. You need to start doing videos. And the videos that are out of the box with the free version of the app, good. I'm liking to see these serious people. They are not going to cut the mustard, guys. Well done. I'm really happy to see these serious people. The out of the box videos, yes, they're a video, and yes, it will do a reach, but guess what's happened now? I used to attract customers, clients that were not willing to pay my prices. I used to attract clients that were constantly asking me for a discount and bartering me down. Who has experienced that? Who used to be or is still inundated with clients that are saying, discount please, or oh really, oh my god, that's a bit expensive. Now I am getting so few of those, because when I say the price, I either get radio silence, i.e. they just think I'm not even going to ask you for a discount. And do you know why? Because they know that there's a quality. These videos have enabled me to demonstrate quality, and they've enabled me to demonstrate this is what you're paying for. Okay, so if you want to attract people that are going to say, do you know what, that's your price, fair enough, and not even start to beg you, because there's a guilt that comes when people are begging you and you're like, oh, I feel a bit bad, like, should I discount it? Or that doesn't, honestly, people are not asking me for discounts. I can't tell you the last time somebody asked me for a discount. This is the God's honest truth. There's a shift. Even my current clients who were paying before a third less than what they're paying now, when I tell them the new price, they do not ask me for a discount. They don't say, oh my God, Tasha, because guess what? They've seen through these videos a scaling up. Okay, this is why you've got to do this, guys. It's not negotiable if you want to grow. This is not an option. I'm going to be running this webinar continually so that people can access it. They're not going to get the early bird price like you guys got, but they're going to see this video option because people are going to need it. People are going to need this training if they're going to grow. So if you see here these options, you will see you can add your own photos or you can add stock images that are over here. When you go in and you've selected your photos, it will look like this. And you can see these options here at the bottom. There are options where you can change. I'm going to show you in a minute to add different kind of logo and to add your colors, etc. This one is where you can change the music and the way it transitions. So there's templates. This is how you can add more photos if after you decide you want more. This is how you add text, and this is how you change the view to this grid. Okay, so that's the simple controls. Remember when I said that far left one, this is what you see: add logo, add your contact info. So every time I do a video, my videos look professional because my logo stays all the way across all the time. My contact info goes at the end. I can change my business details. I can change the orientation. I can change how quickly the audio goes, the effects go, the speed, and I can mix it up, okay? These controls here is really simple. You can either edit it after it's produced it, or you can just save it and it's good to go. So those are the simple controls. I'm going to let you watch now very quickly a tutorial of how it works. Can you hear that? If you can hear that, give me thumbs up or say yes. Okay, you can't hear that? No? No, okay, so I am going to turn the sound off from the video and I'm going to, can you hear me if I've turned the sound down? Can you hear me now? Can you still hear me? If you can hear me, say yes. Perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk over as the video plays, and that way we will still be able to enjoy the demonstration. Okay. So you can see here, I have gone in and now I'm typing in what I'm searching for. So I was going to make white chocolate cookies. It's a bit blurry. So when I typed in white chocolate cookies, look at all these examples that came up. All I need to do is just select what I want. So literally, if you start your timers, you're going to see that this is 5 minutes. I look at all that is provided. Some images will be more appropriate than the others. I just select what I want. Once I've selected what I want, then I will add them into the bucket and they'll go into my bucket. So I'm just going to keep selecting. Some of them were all chocolate chip, and I didn't want to choose those because they weren't white chocolate chip. And then once I've selected all of the ones that I want, I will then add them in. Okay, so let's just scroll forward. So I've added them all in now, and now I choose an editing style. So this editing style, you've got so many different varieties. I try and go for my business tutorials, I use the same one. For my adverts, I use the same one because different music comes up. You type in a title. This is Quarantine Cakers, and basically, once you type it, you tick the blue tick at the bottom here. So I wrote Quarantine Cakers White Chocolate Chip Cookies and then make my movie. That uploads And literally, if I allow it to play all the way through, you can see that this video, if you can see I'm scrolling along, you can see that when it gets to 5:17, the video is already made. So I'm not lying to you, but what I don't want to do is waste the time now that I know you can't hear the footage. So it uploads, and I'm going to move it to 4 minutes so you can see at that point where it is at. Okay. So at 4 minutes, when it plays, you will see that it's nearly finished rendering the video, and then it's going to play the video done. Okay, so you can see at 4 minutes 34, my video is already ready. If that is impressive to you, can I see wow in the comments? 4 minutes. Now, what I realized afterwards is some of the way that some of the things that they picked, I wasn't quite keen on those. So I went in to adapt, but there was no skill there. Shut the front door for real. Look at this video. Look at how professional it is. It's got the transitions in and out. It is 4 minutes and 58 seconds, and I'm looking at my finished video. This is what I'm talking to you about. From when I leave my car park to walk to my office, I will have made the video that is ready to post. Okay. If I then want to edit it, you can see here, I can just press the green button to start editing. And what I might want to do is go in and change the, you can see here, the movie settings. So my logo here is where I've added that. That's all added. I can add that in, take it off. I can add my contact info, business details. On the subscription I have, I can actually change the colors. So they've got the primary colors here. I can change the colors to whatever themed business colors my business brand is. Can you just see how amazing this is? Now, the reason why most businesses don't stand out is because they use templates that are just not, you can't edit them, you can't manipulate them. And so basically you just look like everybody else that use the template. I've seen it before, people using Ripple, Quix, and all these other ones. I can change my fonts. I can have, this is going to be the font of my brand. These are going to be the colors of my brand. The logo is available on all of the plans, but you can't change the colors on the, unless it's the Pro plan. Okay, so you do have to select business plan. Otherwise business details won't go, it won't be a feature. But you can see, you can manipulate it as you want. I can change the orientation of the video to landscape, to portrait. I can change the effects. I can say, yeah, I want loads of effects, so I want it really heavy, or I can keep it at medium. That's what I do. But it's just not too much. Or if you really want to just focus on the image, you can do light effects. You can change the speed, fast, slow. And because I can change the music as well, you know, it's going to be really personalized. And the beauty of this is, even though I've got these clips, and you saw how many there were, right? There's a load of clips. So again, this is footage that is just not going to be the same as everybody else's. And when you choose different parts of that footage, which you can do, your video is going to be as unique as you want it to be. And again, it's a really quick process. This is only another 4 minutes. I've just added in a title there. So just carry on there, just added in a title of the video. And then after I've done the title, I might add in some title pages. So in the video, I can actually add in text. I don't know if you remember where it said T at the bottom. You can add in text slides. But the only thing that I didn't like about the text slides is that you kind of don't get a choice of where the text goes, which is why I like Canva, because I can insert my Canva slides and I can then brand it to myself. So I can make it more individual, and I don't have to be limited to where they put the text. But you can see I'm adding captions to each of these different clips. I can just make the video as unique, because again, somebody else's clip is going to be using different text. This is as personal as you like. I get questions and DMs regularly from people who are asking me how I create videos. They make an impact. Many of you are here because you saw a video advert, and that is the power of videos. Videos make people stop. When we're doing our ads training at the end of the month, if you guys are in the academy, here's me with my sons, we are doing ad training for free for members. So if you want to join in, ads is a massive benefit if you want to get your information in front of more people. You can get targeted people that will see it, and as I've said, once they see the video footage, that is what is going to be bringing the interest and the conversions. Just on this ad alone, which I only did for 5 days, we've had over 150 people that have come into our community through the ads. There is not that many people that come when I do downloads that are just without video. If I just say a post image, and I say, here's this post image, please download this amazing information. Even if the information is amazing, my videos convert more. This is why you need to use them. So you can see here, again, look at the length of time. At the end of the video, that will be 4 minutes. So you've done a video in 5 minutes, you've tweaked it, you've personalized it in another 4 minutes, 10 minutes, people. If you are excited about this, can I see excited in the comments box? This blows my mind every time I do it. I just really can't get over how easy it is. And I was paying $50. I think it's because I used to pay so much for people to make my videos. Every time I make one, I'm just like, hallelujah, I don't have to spend that money anymore. It's just like, woo! And it's so easy. No skill, no technical. All you have to have is the images. Yes, Grace, woo, woo, woo. Anybody else excited, or is it just me that is like, wow, I can believe that my business is going to be transformed by this? So you can go in, you can make further tweaks, you can move pictures around, you can change the order of them, you can lengthen when you go in, you can actually go into a particular image, you can add more images, you know, you can do anything you like, you can add in slides. This is all editable. So it's very easy to kind of move things around the order of the video. When they've given you a clip, if you don't like the part of the clip that they've used, you can say, oh, I'm going to open it and just make them use this part of the clip. It's really easy. So that's Magisto in a nutshell. If you are completely okay with that and you understand it and you're happy for us to move on and you have no questions, can I see a 1 in the comments box so I can know that we're ready to move on to the next app? Okay, can I see a 1 in the comments box if you understand, it makes sense, it's easy, you're excited, and we're like, yes, Tasha, move on, we've got this, okay? Well, brilliant, we've seen a lot of 1s, no questions. Okay, great. So I'm moving on now to Canva. So the only thing I was going to show you on this thing is just saving it. You press save and you press save again. I think that's self-explanatory. You guys are very intelligent, so I'm not going to bore you with the details of saving. And we have a lot to get through. So Canva, who here uses Canva? Can I see you if you're in the room and you use Canva to create? Thank you, Jenny, you do. Say yes, I do. Yes, daily. Ramonda, Grace, I do. Okay, can I tell you guys, Canva is the way forward. At $12 a month, I think it's £12 a month, seriously, it's a no-brainer. My ebooks are created in Canva. This presentation is created in Canva. My slides are made in Canva. The world is your oyster is made in Canva, and it is not cheap. I mean, it's not expensive, rather, it's very cheap. So if you don't know Canva, what I would like you to do is explore this afterwards, and you'll see why in a minute why I want you to use Canva. Because I did mention to you the importance of branding at the beginning, and branding is very difficult to maintain if you don't personalize. And whilst Canva has got templates, they are very personalizable, and I'm going to show you how you do it, but you can get a starting point. Many of us are not, I'm not a digital creator in terms of, I didn't do art and design. So whilst I can create cake, that's not my forte. So why not use the wealth of knowledge of these people who are paid to create these templates, tweak them, they've given you a good start, but all of these, not skills, all of these techniques and capabilities are all available by literally drag and drop, click, enter, I don't want, delete, move it around. That is as easy as it is. So let's go in and you'll see the controls. So when you go in there, you'll see at the bottom, it goes straight into this template screen. You can do way more on the computer, like you can take the background out of some photos, and it's just easier to move things around. But I do most things on my phone, and the reason why is because I'm on the go all the time. So I learned how to use Canva like a pro on my phone, and you can be excited because if you're in the members area, I'm going to be doing a proper tutorial on this. It's going to be one of our monthly, next month is content month. I'm going to be supporting you guys with templates, and we are doing a tutorial on Canva. So one of our webinars, one of our training is going to be, so who is excited about that, guys? If you're excited about getting free training on how to do Canva like a boss, say yes, honey, I'm excited, because that is training that you would normally pay a lot for. So it is a real value to be in the NCRB Academy. So make sure you're in there. This is a value bonus. We are going to be doing Canva training next month. So templates, you can choose their template, your design that you've created. You can see that folder box there, and then your account subscription details are there. So when you go in, you can just click on any of these templates and you can start playing around with them. I'm going to show you how you do that. If you went in and you created a blank one, you've got these range of options. So you've got text, you can add image, you can add videos now, which I love. You can add stickers. The reason why you can see these tutorials and demonstrations in Canva, I used to have to take it into PowerPoint, but I can do it straight in Canva now because they've got videos. You've got stickers. You'll see more about stickers when we do Giphy. The illustration, I love that. The illustration is amazing because that is where you can personalize it. People make tiles for people, and you know, you're wondering, where do they get that cake shape so they can use on your tiles? You guys are going to learn how to make this so easy to make. So I'm going to show you how you can personalize your tiles, personalize the templates, and I make all of these on my mobile phone, Raymonda, on my mobile phone, okay? Even my books I make on my phone, right? The only time I recently started using the computer more is because I was doing the PowerPoints, and sometimes it was quicker to move things around, but this tutorial is doing it on my phone. I can make transparencies, I can change the order of things, I can do, it's so easy, all on your mobile. So you can have your logos, you can put your logos in a little pocket there. So every time you want to add a logo, you can just add them in, and then you can add in additional pages. Okay, so these are the controls. So we're going to just talk you through a demo now, and you guys can watch me doing it. So we're going to go in here, it started playing, and these are my designs. So if I wanted to add a new design, what I would do is I would click on to the templates, and when I click onto the templates, it will take me into a new area. Is it playing or is it paused? It is playing. It will take me into a new area, and basically let's be frozen a little bit, let it catch up. Bear with me while my computer catches up. Okay. Great, still timing over. Okay, so now I've got my different designs that I've already made, so they're always there. If I try to do a template, can you see at the top these templates here? There's a branded look. So you can choose a range of templates that are branded. What I love is that it helps you to choose dimensions, because you've got animated social media here, there's Instagram posts, there are Instagram story templates, there are presentation templates, Facebook posts, because all of these have different dimensions. Have you ever had a picture that you try and post somewhere and it doesn't fit? Canva will resize. So if you've got something you're like, yeah, I really love it, and you want it in a different size, you just press resize. It is so cool. So this is what I do. I'll go in and I'll look at a template and I'll say, okay, I like this template. I'm going to start off with that. Okay. So these are all the different ones. It's got CD, album covers, book covers. It even has setups of books so that you can create your books from scratch, or you can actually use examples of how they lay out the books, the contents page as well. So if I just take this one and I just press edit, when I go in there, I can do many things. I can change the colors. You can see in that top row here, I can change the colors. These are the colors that are in this thing. You can add your brand colors here on this row here of the colors that you normally use, and you can edit those and make sure that you only have in there the colors that you normally use. Or you can go in and you can see that color bar there at the bottom. I'm just moving that along and the color changes, so I can say, I like it. And what I really love is once you've found a color that you like, can you see in this box at the bottom there, I'm typing the color code. I write that code down, and then I can use a color code that is my color code for my colors, and I can replicate that color code anywhere I like. So I can say, yep, I want the purple that I always use. If you try and guess it, it's never going to happen, because you'll just never get it exactly right. So the way you stick with your branding, although it's not just about the colors, it does help if you have a color theme. I think you guys know that I'm using orange, black, kind of burgundy and white. That's my kind of color themes that I'm going through. So you'll recognize me. On my Instagram page, I have color themes for the month, but on my website and in my other areas, you'll see my color theme. So I can change the color of the text. You just click on it. I can change the font of the text. Okay, so I can change whether it is one font to another. I can change the size of the text. I can change where the text is. So you can see here that I'm changing the color. I'm going to move on. I'm going to change the text font. Okay, I'm going to move. So it's really simple. If you're looking at this and you're seeing and you're thinking, wow, this is easy, I can do this, let me see a 1 in the comments box. If this is achievable and you think, wow, I can do that, let me see a 1. It's so easy. So literally, again, I have a specific font that I use. So again, I will say, yep, I'm going to use the Shan font. That's my font. And so that is primarily what you're going to see on this screen. This is what I love now, these frames. Can you see that ripped frame there? If you go into the option here, the illustrations, I can choose frames. This is how I chose the mobile phone frame. You can choose a laptop frame, you can choose a rip, you can choose a circle, and you see when it's got that landscape in there, that is telling you that you can add a picture into it. And so basically you can be, the world is your oyster, you can choose it, and then when you go on to the picture, you can actually move the picture around in that frame as well. You just click on the picture and see, I'll put that picture back. I can move that picture further into the middle of the picture there. And so the world is your oyster. So that is primarily as how Canva works. And what I said with the branding is, you know, it's really important that you have a theme. So what I would do is, if you kind of have a starting point where you've got a collection of templates where you think, oh yeah, these are all in the same kind of template theme, and then you start adapting those. You can just swap out. You can see that flower there. I'm a cake baker. Flowers shouldn't be on my thing. It's not really me. So I'm going to type in, I want a whisk. I typed in cake and he brought up that. So now I've got that whisk on my thing. And then I'm going to type in again, I want another thing. So I'm going to type in cake again. And then, or baking, I think I typed in. And then I've got a rolling pin. So you can see, even though I'm using their template, I can personalize that now. That can be my thing. When you see the rolling pin and the whisk, that's your thing. So the world is your oyster on Canva. And I want to move on quickly now, because literally that is the same thing. You can change the colors, you can change the shapes, you can add in images. The world is your oyster. So Giphy is the penultimate app that we are going to talk about, and Giphy is a really good one for fun. It's where I use my funny dancing characters. If you've seen my funny dancing characters and it gave you the feel of my brand of being fun and exciting, can you say, yes, Tasha, I experienced that emotion? My brand's objective is to leave people feeling happy and feeling excited, feeling like there's a feeling of fun. That's my brand identity. So when I choose Giphies, the Giphies are brilliant. Grace can see the brand feel. The Giphies are a way of bringing that fun to life in my brand. But you can choose Giphies that are reflective of your own personality, but it still brings a human side. A human side to your brand is really important. Oh, you look forward to it. I love doing them because it's me. I love being funny and silly, and I love bringing that into my brand. And again, depending on what brand identity you have, you will choose a different gift to somebody else that made the same cake as you. So you're going to be different and you're standing out. So you can see the two main controls on here. When you go into Giphy, you've got a search function at the top. You can even create your own Giphies at the top. You can add your own images or videos, and you can create your own, almost like the boomerang, but you create your own Giphy and you can save it. And then you can see these areas here. So you've got the GIF. So once you search, you can actually just choose the GIF itself, which is these ones here. Or you can choose stickers, which have got a transparent background, or text, which also have a transparent background. So we're going to move on here. I'm going to just show you a quick demo. You can see when you go in, you've got all these GIFs moving around, and already it's fun. Humans are humans all over the world, and even the most serious and crazy humans love a bit of fun. So you can't go wrong with a Giphy as long as you use it intermittently and not overkill. Raymonda, my mentor, she started using Giphies, but they're so different to mine. They still bring that humanity, but they're not like crazy, like, oh my gosh, Tasha, what kind of dance is that person doing? They've got a different feel because she's got a different brand. Your brand identity. Oh yeah, the phone preview is just brilliant. It's a way of kind of really just showing it as it would look on your phone. I love it. It's all through Canva. But the brand kind of Giphy that you choose will be representative of your own brand. So all you need to do is type into the search comments what you're looking for. And I've typed in exhausted. And when I see these pictures, you've got some that are, you know, really fun cartoon characters. You've got people, you've got text, you've got a serious one. You know, this one would be like a serious kind of Giphy that I would expect on Raymonda's page. And then you've got crazy ones like that I would expect on my page. So you've got different things that you would, you know, you can still have a Giphy and a different kind of brand identity. Raymonda's laughing. It's true though, you use Giphies in a very different way to what I do. And it's a real good way to make yourself individual. So yes, you're going to spice things up. I can't wait. So you can add stickers. If you click on the stickers, these are transparent backgrounds, and you can add stickers to your branding, or you can add text. If you click on the text, you've got different text that would come up. I'm still on stickers. Go on text here. There's the text. So these are really cool, and you know, these are going to transform your videos. I need to see you using these. And again, it's really quick, because once you've done these, you press save and you can upload them to the next app I'm about to show you, which is Power Director. So let's move on to Power Director. But if you understood Giphy and you're happy with that and you're loving it and you're excited, can I see a 1 in the comments so I know you are with me? 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. He's excited. I'm excited. You've downloaded it already. Honest to God, your life is going to change. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. These have really just helped me to spice up, because too many of us are doing the same thing. You've got to think, I need to be different to the person next to me. I'm doing some training actually on Thursday. I'm a guest expert, guys. And Rhonda is inviting me onto her platform, and I'm doing a guest training next week, Thursday, on your unique selling point. And we're going to be talking about how we can do this. So watch this space, guys. You need to watch that training. So very excited about that. So Power Director, I'm going to just quickly talk you through the controls, and then you're going to watch a little mini tutorial. This is what you see. Now, Trust Power Director is so funny. At the last, thank you, Lynn, the last time I did, obviously I was preparing for this, guess what happened today? The voice wasn't coming through, so I was like, oh, okay, I'll just update the app. And when I updated the app, it now looks a bit different to this, but it's the very same concept. You'll see new projects, you'll see your work, but trust them. Typical, they just want to ruin my program. I will not allow it. I will not allow it to. So this is what you'll see. You'll see your previous project. You'll see tutorials down the bottom. You'll see new projects, and you'll see the videos that you've produced previously. You obviously add new projects, and then you type in the name of your project, and then you've got to decide what shape. So if I'm doing a PowerPoint presentation, I'll choose this. If I'm doing the kind of stories, mobile presentation, I'll choose this one. And if I'm doing an ad for Facebook or Instagram, I'll choose the square. That's the main difference. When you go in, it automatically puts it in the video. You see that top video there? If it uploads it, if you go in straight away and you start uploading, it uploads it in that top band, which means that you have no flexibility over how big you space that image out. It just will stay in one static place and you can't really do anything. So always press the back, or now it says home when you go onto it. So get back to the beginning where you will see this option, where you'll see where you can add in either music images. These are standing for layers, and this stands for special techniques. Okay, so you'll see here when you've got your layers, as you add each layer, you'll see them adding here, and then you've got the music layer there, number 1. If you're using a video you've already created from Magisto, you would just upload it straight into the layer. It's got the music on it already. The reason I use this to help me with Magisto is for voiceovers only. So I'll just upload the video and then just do a voiceover. So literally, whilst the video is playing, you see me do it all the time. The music's in the background and I'm just talking over it. This is how I do it. It is so simple. It's so easy to do. It's so effective. You suddenly look like a professional when you've got a voiceover. So, you know, I've seen some of you doing it on your time lapses, but once you've added the music and your logo and then a voiceover, people will stop asking you for a discount, because they're going to say, this girl is leveling up. I need to watch her. Okay, that's what makes the difference. So if you go in and you click a layer, you will be able to choose either text, video, image, or stickers. So you've got a variety of different things. If you want to add in music, you would add in music as a separate layer, not this options. And then when you go into text, you will see a range of different templates. You will see ones that are default, that stay still. You'll see ones with a fade. And what you'll see is when I do the demo, you'll see that you're allowed to see a little preview of how each one works. So once you've clicked which one you like, it will enter it onto your thing. And as you add in more layers, you can see those layers come here. Can you see that on the left there? Those layers will all come into play, and they will overlay one on the other. So I can have lots of different text, and I can move them around all over the page, and I can move them as to when they come in. So at the top here, you can see the timings, and I can say I want Cyberlink to come in there, and then I want this one to come in at 2 seconds. I want this one to come in at 4 seconds. That's how they do it. And all it is I slide it along. So you're going to see that in the demo. So I've added text and I've just changed it here, and I can change the color of the text. I can change the font of the text. I can change whether it's centered in the page, top or the bottom. I can put bold, I can put italics. You know, the world is your oyster. Okay, so these are all the things here. So when I add in my layers, I can add in stickers. That's one of the stickers here. You've got moving stickers. I can add in color blocks, you'll see, and then I can add in music. So there's a whole lot of flexibility. I'm just going to play the demo, and you can watch me doing this. I'm going to fast forward through because of time, but when you get the download, obviously you will have the full video. You can play at your convenience and see all the steps, but you've just got here a quick intro into all of the different elements. Let me let it catch up so that you can see it. And you know, when you're impatient, it just takes longer. So is it moving? I think it is. Okay. So now I'm just seeing what's in my previous archive. I will click new project in a minute, I'm sure I do. And then after I click new project, I will type in the name of that new project, and I will start manipulating it. Yep, there it is. So I type in the name of the new project, choose the aspect ratio, and let's just fast forward. So now I'm in, and remember I have to go back first before to make sure that I'm not starting to kind of going on that non-manipulatable level. So here now I'm in, I can choose photos, I can choose video, and all my drives are here. So Giphies come under photos for some reason, not video. So if you ever add a video and you're looking for it, it's under, if you ever add a Giphy, it'll be in your photos. So you've got that there. And then I've now added my quarantine cakers. So can you see when I added it on that top bar, I can't move it. I can't, it just stays in the middle there. So I don't want that. So I'm going to move back, and I'm going to add it in on a bar where it comes into layer number 1. And just going to fast forward to that. Oops, too fast. Come on, slow coach, catch up with your teacher. So when it catches up, you get the idea. So I've added in my video. Hurry up, slow coach. I don't even want to refresh just in case it does that funky thing again. So I'm just going to leave it and just let it catch up. Okay. Hopefully that's caught up now. Yes, it's moving now. Cool. So it will have added in. Come on. All right. So this is, I'm adding in a layer. I've decided to add in a white background. This, can you see that blue here, that blue handle? Whenever you want to enlarge something, you click on the bottom left of it. So if you've got a video or a image, you want to enlarge it, you just click on the bottom, and then you can use your finger and expand it. I'm now going to add an image. Whatever is at the top, the first layer, so the lower number, that is what goes first. So if you put something in next, it will go over it. So the higher the number, it goes on the layer above. So that's how you layer things. So I'm adding this Giphy image. I can do a preview by pressing the play button. So I'm happy with what it looks like. So now I'm going to go back out of the preview and I'm going to press add. So I press add, and now when I add, it adds it onto the next track. You see, it's added it onto track 2 here. So when I've added it onto the next track, I'm going to click on it, and as I said, with the blue, the left, you can enlarge the size, make it as big or as small as you like, and then use your finger to move it where you want on the screen. The bottom right is that this kind of, you know, the 2 arrows, you can actually turn it and rotate it. So if you've taken a video and it's not in the right shape, I often have my videos, sometimes they're portrait and I want them to be landscape, you can turn it around in here. So I've added that image. Now I want to add in my Canva image or something else to kind of add into that, because that's just a Giphy. I can move in, and let me just fast forward. I have now added, so what I'm going to show you very quickly, I just noticed it was showing something there. As I said, you remember, if you see the higher the number, you now that white is higher, and the white is on number 3, you can't see the Giphy there now. So if you ever can't see something, you probably layered it wrong. So I've moved it back into the right layer. Can you see those blue circles there? Those blue circles, yeah, that's how they create the videos with the text at the top and the bottom on the video. Yes, this is how they do it, Raymonda. So you can do it on a PC. You can't use this on a PC, unfortunately, it's an app. So they are, you can pay, I think there is a version that you can pay extra to have a PC version. So it is possible, but you pay more, Jenny. So I do all of this from my phone. Yes, Janelia, everything from my phone. I'm just using my finger here and stretching it out by clicking on the edge of it, and you can see the blue circles makes it as long as I want. So it's now 12 seconds long, and I can do the same with the white image, and you can, I've extended it, you can see to 12 seconds long. So that is how they do it when they have the text at the top and the bottom. When I've got my image in the middle, I will have put the white background all the way at the back, and then I've got my layers with my text, and I can add those wherever I want. You can see I've added Cyberlink in there, and I've chosen one that, you know, comes in and kind of scrolls in. When you choose ones like that, if you make it really long, it makes your scroll really slow. Can you see how long it's taken to do Cyberlink? That's because it's over too long a gap, over 30 seconds. So whenever you're doing ones that are kind of animated like that, make sure you only use them in short seconds. And if you want them on more long term, choose the default so that it doesn't just drag it out. You can replay this on your replay so that you can see in kind of your own time. But you can change the font, as you can see. Just plug in my laptop. You can change the fonts, you can do whatever you like to the colors. You can, you know, you can be as creative as you like. And again, this is how you brand it and you make it your own. Okay, so you can see, you can do all of this here. I've added a shadow here, you know, and I've moved this at the top. Don't be late, that fits in nicely. And I've extended don't be late so it goes the full length of the video with the person and it comes in. Okay, so this is how I make my video. So I can add in my Magisto video to here and then just do a voiceover. I can add in a Canva slide, and then they have their own music clips. So they have their own music clips here, so you can use their music. The one thing I would say to be careful of is, I don't know whether they buy licenses for a short time, but there was one piece of music that I was using and then it suddenly disappeared. I was like, what? That's my brand music? How can you do that to me? So it really annoyed me. So the only way I could reuse that music was every time I used the music. Oh, it's so annoying, Jenny, isn't it? So every time I use the music, I have to use an old video that music was on and add that video in, and then make the video dark. So I changed the opacity on the video so you can't see it, but you can just hear the music from it. It's a nightmare. So that's the only thing I would say. Use the music here. Buy your own music, yes, from Audio Stock. because otherwise, if you don't do that, you can't brand it. So if you've got your own and you bought it, that is yours. If not, be careful, because if you want a brand music, you'll lose it eventually. So once you've added that music in, you can cut and paste. Can you see that that music here is very long? I don't want it that long. I want it to be cut at the end of my clip. So I will just place it at the end. And then when I select it, I highlight it. The options change here. So the options change here once I've highlighted it. You can see now, you can see a standing knife. So you've got a pencil for editing, you've got a standing knife for cutting, and you've got a delete. So that only happens when it's selected. So I've selected it now. I'm going to use a standing knife to cut it. And then when I've used the standing knife to cut it, I can then manipulate, I can delete that other end bit. Otherwise my video will be 2 minutes long. And I don't want it 2 minutes long. So I've cut it now, which you can see, because you can see that eternity started here. And then I'm going to just delete it. So I'm going to select that and delete it. And then once I've deleted it, just click on the trash can, it's gone. And so now my video is only 10 seconds or 12 seconds long, okay? You can move things along. If you put your finger on it, you can slide it along and move it in a different place. You can move it to a different row. You can't move music onto a layer. You can only move music onto the tracks, the music tracks. On the new version, they've now got 3 tracks. They used to only have 2. They've now got 3 tracks in the update today. But this is, you know, as easy as it is. And then when you want to add in a voiceover, it didn't like it when I was trying to add a voiceover over screen record. But it is as simple as going in, pressing the music icon, and clicking voiceover. I'll just show you how to do that. There you go. So if I go back a little bit so you can see, I click this here, and then voiceover will come up. And when voiceover comes up, you can actually just record your voice, and it will stop at the end of the, so you see voiceover there, and you just press record, and it will automatically stop at the end of the image, okay? If the music goes long or anything else on the track goes on, it will keep going. You have to save it, so you decide which track it's on. Obviously, I've already got the music on the first audio track, so I choose the second audio track, otherwise I'll be going over my music, and then I record my voice. And that's as simple as it is, okay? So when you've done that, you literally press save, and you can upload it to YouTube, you can upload it to just your gallery, you can upload it to, where else? I think a drive, Google Drive. So it's brilliant, it's so easy. If you guys are excited about this creativity that you can do all from your phone, and you've learned something today, can I see a 1 in the comments box? Love it. I'm excited. Ones. Well, I'm really excited that you guys have got a new tool. It will change your business game. I'm telling you for a fact, everything changed when I started using videos. And the better I got at making my videos more professional, people have stopped questioning my pricing. And I felt no way now to charge what I'm charging, because I'm offering a skill and I'm offering it at a quality. You can't, Primark cannot ask me to pay Gucci money because its quality is not good. I don't care how it looks. I know when I wash that thing one time, it's finished. Okay? So you can't, you know, I don't know, in America, the Walmart, maybe, Walmart can't charge you Gucci prices because it's not Gucci quality. So if you are wanting to create and attract a market of people who are happy to pay your prices, then you've got to up your game. You've got to show you're not, for me, most people that don't know me will probably think I've got this massive studio. Oh my gosh, because I'm branding quality. I'm branding at a level where people perceive quality. If you want to charge money, you've got to show quality. So you've got to level up in your presentation, in your media, and you've got to show I'm a brand. I'm not just somebody in my house. Yes, it's on the packaging. So, you know, this is a real great opportunity for you guys to up level. And we have a load of other materials to support you, which I'll show you in a minute. But have we got any questions? If you have no questions, I'll move on to the last part of the meeting, which will take me about 5 minutes, I promise you. So if you've got no questions, can I see a 1? Okay, so if you've got no questions, we need all the platforms to create the level of videos. If you want to create a high level of video, you could only use Magisto, Lynn, but you won't have the individuality. So basically, the individuality is what has happened to create my unique brand. So if you only use the template, if somebody else could do that, okay, there's no you, there's no individuality. So all these other elements allow you to become a specific brand, okay? So what types of membership do you need with these apps? So in the download, the freebie download that you got when you, you're welcome, Lynn, when you downloaded this video, it tells you, so it's $11.99 for Canva, Giphy is free, and Magisto, I think it was 50 pounds, I think I paid for that, and Power Director is about £17, so not a lot. So because I create so many of these, it is 100% times over worth my money, and the income it has generated. This is what it means by return on investment. What many business owners are not prepared to do is to spend, they're not prepared to invest. If you're not prepared to invest, you're not going to produce quality. If you're not going to produce quality, you're not going to attract the clients that are going to pay you more. If you're fed up of struggling, it's time to invest and it's time to up level. That's what my biggest turnarounds. Last year, I started investing in my business. I paid for mentoring. I joined the Women in Business Club. I paid for mentoring with her. I joined other areas. I paid for training. I paid for webinars. That put me on another level. That has created tripled income. Investment, okay? That is where it's at. If you're not prepared to invest, you'll stay here because you can't. Exactly, free webinars only get you so far, and it's deliberate because they're not here to just give you. That's what they're getting paid for. This is their job. I was telling you guys in my webinar, you guys are my job. I work for you. My material that I'm creating is because you need it. If you are asking for X, I need to create that. That's why I will constantly say, what do you need? Tell me what you need. How do you want it? What can I help you with? Because my job, but I can't work for free. I've already taught you guys that in the book, the ebook. You can have your cake and sell it too. Stop doing cheap cake, stop doing free cake, because you're not a charity. You are a business. You deserve to be paid, right? So freebies, you can only go so far. They will only give you a limit. The cost can be written off at the end of tax as expenses, 100%, Jenny. So these are all my investments in my business, and they have tripled, okay? And by the end of this year, oh my gosh, it's going to be 5 or 6 times what I was making last year by the end of this year, the projections. This is a game changer, guys. If you are ready to game change, let me see. Yes, Tasha, I'm ready to change the game. Let me see it. Yes, this is it. Why are we working for free? No more. So if you have no more questions, yes, Taylor, I'm ready. I'm done with being cheap. I'm done with working for free. We don't need to do that. Invest and move forward. You deserve to be paid, okay? So any more questions? If you've got no more questions, press a 1 in the comments so I can see and move on to the last part where we will go into just explaining you how you can get the next level of help. Because what I've always found, or what I found, is when I did webinars and training, I got all this knowledge and I was like, woo, 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 I'm so excited. And then I kind of didn't know what to do with it. I kind of go, get a bit stuck. Okay, so I can see you guys are ready. So the Academy membership, I've been talking about it and referring to it throughout. Exactly, even paying for this webinar is going to reap so much, 100%. What you paid for this webinar, oh my gosh, what is going to turn around in your business? I want you to remember this day, and when you start using your videos and you start seeing the return, you're going to be saying, hallelujah, this is what I've been working for, okay? So membership, okay. When you get in my Instagram, you'll see there's value. In my mtrb.academy, my No Cakes Are Better, I don't just do pretty posts that are just there for decoration. My posts will educate and give you information. They educate and they inform. But the execution and community is in the members area. So we are building the information and the additional resources to help you with the execution. Okay, so that's what you will find in the members area. So you will know whether it's for you if you sometimes feel a bit stuck, because I was there. When I met Kubi in April, she told me so many things to do and then I was clueless. It wasn't until when I met Raymonda and I went into her members area and I had a bit of kind of like, okay, all of us supporting each other, everybody kind of like in that area, in that zone, we all want the same thing, we're all doing the same thing. So a cake community is amazing if you're a caker. If you're not a caker, we have a millionaire, we have a social media strategy, we have loads of other people, but absolutely check out Women in Business Club, a business platform where there is so many other businesses. Support is essential, okay? Support is not an option if you want to grow a business. Business is hard. So let me tell you from now, if you are working in silo, you are going to get stuck, 100%. I didn't thrive until I was surrounded by support. The Women in Business Club community provided support. I'm creating a cakey one because we all know the same vibe. We all kind of get it and we all kind of experience it. We can bounce off each other. But as I said, we've got Diana in there and accountability, yes. So we check in with members. So it's really important for you to have that community if you need some direction and a steer. In addition to that, you get everything all in one place because training topics are organized. So there's going to be training topics on building your community, training topics on webinars, website building, training topics on engagement, training topics all in the area. If you try and go through my feed and try and find everything, you're going to go like crazy because they're all over the place. But in the members area, topics are organized so you can find it. We're even starting to do that in our Facebook group to help you a little bit as well. Discounts. So all members have a permanent discount, which is increased as early bird. You saw that if you're a member, you get a discounted. If we have a paid offer, you will have discounts to the paid offers. But there is, in addition to that, free training that is in the group every month. You've got community, we've got engagement groups. So people that are struggling to find engagements. I've seen some beautiful cakes and pages. I'm like, why is nobody liking this stuff? And it's amazing. Or I see like 5 likes or 20 likes. I'm like, that cake should be in a museum. Like, how did you do that, girl? Dang. And when you go in there and you see no engagement, it makes my heart bleed. That's why you'll see me all over everybody's post, because I know the effort that went into that cake. And they've posted it and then nobody's posted on there. My heart bleeds. So every time I see a post, as far as possible, I try and say something. But if in your community, in our community, we have engagement groups, that will support you to help build engagement and enable you to kind of build your algorithm so that Instagram sees you get into the engagement groups. They'll start in June, and what I will do is I will say we've got engagement group 1, engagement group 2, and when it gets full, when one gets full, you'll get assigned another one. So they're all going to be on Instagram, and basically the way it works is that we'll post an emoji or something in the engagement group, and then everybody in your engagement group will say, yeah, Jenny's posted, let's go support her. That is a blessing and a half, because your engagement will grow and Instagram starts showing your stuff to more people. So this is a massive help, and you can get into the engagement groups just by being a part of the members area, but you have to be active. Anybody that's not active, it's not fair. So you only go into the engagement group if you can commit to supporting your 10 ladies that will be in there with you. So we also are going to have Ask the Expert. So every week I've been getting so many DMs in my Instagram account pages. It is a lot to keep up with. So to put it all in one place, to make it more time conducive for me, to make it more conducive for you, you can come in and learn from everybody else's questions, so you don't even have to go through it the hard way. Somebody else that is further forward than you might be asking a question that you were like, oh, wow, I didn't even think of that. And now you've learned something that you didn't even need to wait to try out yourself. So every week, join us in the weekly slot. We're going to announce the dates when the membership opens. We've got one on Saturday, the 23rd at 5 p.m. So join us there. And that is for members only. So if you're not in the Facebook group, you won't be able to access that. That is where I'm going to do questions, guys. No longer too many detailed answers in the DMs because it takes a lot of time and I've got to manage my time effectively. So I'm going to be still accessible at these designated times. Bring your questions and share them ahead of time. And then we have a value vault. Now, value vault idea, I loved. I went to the Women's Drive Summit and it is such a blessing to have all of this valuable information in one place. So there's loads of valuable things that I will share that will fit into different categories. But just in case you can't remember, you will have all my previous freebies, replays of all the Ask Tasha sessions, all the templates, and all of the resources will all be in the vault. So you can dig around, you can see the treasure, you can see, ooh, what's in there? They'll all be in there, not necessarily organized into as much detail as those separate categories, but if you are looking for something, you'll find it in the vault, okay? So the membership, as I've said, is free for the rest of this month. So please, guys, don't be selfish, share it with your friends. There's loads of things already in there, lots of training and replays and PDFs and downloads, and you will have access for free until the end of May. When the membership opens in June, you can have a choice to join or not, and you can see here that the value is incredible. The early bird, you can see at the top, this is how you join the members area. You just type in nocakesarbetter.com/ncrb-academy /. You can get access to join the members area ready for when we start in June. Level 1 will start at $9.99 for early birds, and you will keep that price for the rest of the year. So if you join now, you will be locked in for the rest of 2020 at $9.99, and it will move to $14.99 when we increase the price at the end of June. So we are starting level 2 at $19.99 a month, and then that will move to $24.99 a month at the end of June. But if you get in at $19.99, you'll be locked in for the month. So we're rolling out enrollment. The window is going to be only the first 2 weeks in June. So you've got to hurry, get in there early, otherwise you're going to miss the early bird offer window, and then that's it. We're closing enrollment for a period so that I can focus on lots of other things. Has anybody got any questions about that so far? No, if you've got any questions, let me know in the comments box. And if you're excited about being a member, can I see, yes, Tasha, I'm excited in the comments, because all you have to do is after this email, yes, I can see excitement. All you have to do is click on that link afterwards and you can get access to the wait wall. You'll be in the queue to join because it opens at the end of January, but what will happen the beginning of June, rather, end of January, the beginning of June. But what you will have access to immediately is the Facebook group, where we have already started collating a lot of resources, free training, free downloads already. So you'll start to having access to that, all our newsletters and the training that's free for the rest of the month. So I'm excited, and all you have to do is click that link, and I'm super, super happy that you joined me today. Thank you so much. I think we had, how many of us in here today? 15 of us, a brilliant number. So thank you so much for joining. And I am looking forward, I think that's the last slide. Oh yes, if you want to stay in touch with me, don't forget that you can find me on these platforms. Make sure you're following me, and I will be engaging. I engage. I don't like to see poor lonely posts. If I see your post, I'm going to engage with it and do the same. Honestly, that is what happens. That engagement that I do is reciprocated. People see me everywhere, and then they reciprocate. So I'm thanking you again for joining. You're welcome, Shanelia from Blissful Cake. I am going to sign out now. If you do have any other questions, you're welcome. You're fired up again. Woo, woo, woo. I'm so happy. This will be available as a download. I'm going to send it on a replay. I'm going to send it in an email to all of you. You should have it either by the end of the day or tomorrow, and you can replay and watch the full videos again. But like I said, download Magisto. I want to see those 5-minute videos. I want to see them in my inbox, in my WhatsApp. My numbers are in the contacts on my Instagram or my website. So I want to see those videos. So I'm expecting it. Homework. That's homework. So see you guys later. Thank you so much again for being here. And I'm going to end the meeting. You're welcome. Okay. Take care, guys.